The left AIC pattern is a position of a pelvis on a right dominant human where the left ilium comes forward and the right ilium comes back, which most of the time orients the pelvis over to the right. From the front, it would look like this: left side forward, right side back. This left AIC pattern is the foundational pattern of postural restoration. Now, what is it really? Is it a muscular issue? Well, surely you'll find left hip flexors overactive, right adductor overactive. That's what prevents the adduction of the left leg and the abduction of the right leg. But is it a muscular phenomenon? No, it's actually a brain phenomenon. And if you don't understand that, you will never understand postural restoration. So you are an asymmetrical human with a bigger right diaphragm. So right over here, your bigger right diaphragm pulls your lumbar spine over to the right with every breath you take, more so than the left diaphragm, the smaller diaphragm, it can't counteract that. That is why all humans are left AIC patterned individuals. It just means right dominance. Now, is right dominance real? Well, every book, you can read all these books to understand the master and his emissary, the divided brain, and the making of the Western world. It's all about brain asymmetry. The left hemisphere of your brain and the right hemisphere of your brain are not the same. They overlap a lot, but there are certain functions that are lateralized to one side or the other. The left hemisphere of the brain is the more postural minded, which controls the right side of your body. So if the left hemisphere of the brain is the more and controls the right side of your body, is the more posturally minded, wouldn't you posture yourself over to the right side as a normal, asymmetrically designed human being with a bigger right diaphragm? For brain activity and respiratory activity, would you not position yourself over to the right since you're not the same on both sides? Of course you would. Now, you'll find other evidence for this in books like Right Hand, Left Hand, The Origins of Asymmetry in Brains, Bodies, Atoms, and Cultures. Asymmetry is the norm. So if asymmetry is the norm, you have to have two sides that are not the same. And the right side of your body and the right side of your brain and the left side of your body and the left side of your brain are not the same, which means you have to have a dominant side. And that dominant side, because of how everything operates, is the right side. Now, if you're a movement person, biomechanics, you like to stretch, you're a physical therapist, strength and conditioning, you might buy a book like this, Gait Analysis. The problem is, this gait analysis is on humans that don't exist. Humans are not symmetrical. They are not taking this into account. So how good is gait analysis? You could fashion online programs based off of this, and it's all wrong. Why? Because you're not a symmetrical human. There's a brain that they're not taking into account that is emotional, that can be traumatized, that can be, very rhythmic, that can be not rhythmic, that can be, have past injury histories where that brain is threatened. And because that threatened brain says there's a problem here, where is it going to put you on an asymmetrical human? Over to your right side. Why? It's easier to breathe over there. You have more muscle. You have more core muscle on the right side than the left. That's, again, why you are right dominant. So just reading a book about gait analysis on asymmetrical humans doesn't make sense because your right and left legs will never operate the same. And to show you how this asymmetry is actually obligatory, it's built into you. The left AIC pattern is not a choice. It's built into you. And I'm going to show you how when I play a simple Latin rhythm, I can put someone out of the pattern, or I can tense them up if I don't play the whole pattern. They will go into left AIC pattern. If I do this, they will relax. They will get out of the pattern. They will go into a neutral state. So here you're going to see it. First guy. None of them do PRI, have never done PRI. These are just three randoms. I now made him neutral. His left leg adducts. Oh, now I'm going to put him back into the obligatory left AIC pattern because rightward orientation, right dominance is not a choice. Now, same thing, young lady, left AIC pattern. I play the clave.
Those are not even good hits.
And she now adducts. Her hip flexors on the left side are off.
Let's put you back into it. Let's turn on your
and I'm going to put her back in, as I said. And she will go right back into the left AIC pattern. Again, she has no control over that.
Yeah. That's
Same,
so
her
weird.
brother, same thing. Never met me before, has no clue what PRI is.
On that side.
Oh, because I
He doesn't know he's an asymmetrical human.
That's so weird.
Now he will be able to adduct. So we just inhibited his pattern. So that's why this is not biomechanics. That's why the left AIC pattern is a neurologic phenomenon. Yeah, we do use left hamstrings, left inner thighs, left glute mediuses. We do need right glutes so that you can actively turn your pelvis over to the left side again and then stabilize it while you take a breath with your left diaphragm. That's all we're trying to get at in postural restoration. But why can't people do it? Because they've been threatened, because they've been injured, they've been abused, they've gone through some stuff. They've been like me, where the visual system and the jaw and the teeth are not working properly, so the brain is under constant threat. The autonomic nervous system is dysregulated. That is why they are stuck on the right side. The science of postural restoration is not that people are stuck on the right side. It's not that humans are right dominant. They are. It's a given. If you take one course in PRI, you're going to learn that. Why someone can't get off of the right side? What is that brain? What is that human in front of me, that individual who's been through some stuff? What do they need to leave that right side? Do they just need a left hamstring and a left inner thigh? Maybe, maybe not. Do they just need to learn how to shift over to the left side and breathe with their left diaphragm? Maybe, maybe not. But if they have a cranium, a visual issue, teeth, open bites, cross bites, jaws that are shifted, they're going to need more than that. And if you don't realize that, you could hurt them. That's exactly why I don't put a lot of PRI techniques on my channel, because it would be completely irresponsible for me to do that. However, the left AIC pattern exists. It is underlying all of us because it's just called right dominance. The science is why maybe that person simply needs to have more fun in their life. They're too tense. Maybe they need to do something other than sit and stare at a computer all day. You're a right dominant human. All of these books say it exists. We're just showing it. I'm just showing it through testing, through neurological processes of auditory processing. I could put different lenses on somebody. They're given the wrong prescription. They're going to go to the right. They're going to go into the left AIC pattern. Someone has malocclusion. If I put something between their right molars and it stays there, they're going to go into the left AIC pattern. The brain is integrating rhythms through the visual system, near far, or far near, periphery, through the mouth, molars, canine. It's called chewing. That's a rhythm. Most humans chew at about 96 beats per minute. Sorry. Walking is a rhythm. Heel arch, big toe is a rhythm. Arm swing is a rhythm. Your brain picks up on all these rhythms to complete a coherent whole, to understand what you're doing, where you're going, where you're located in space, how quickly you're going. When any of those rhythms fall off, maybe you just sat too much and now you're stuck on your right side and your brain is no longer sensing your left heel the same way, your rhythms start to break down. This book, Rhythms of the Brain, will tell you exactly what we're talking about. This is neuroscience. The left AIC pattern is neuro and respiratory, but mainly neuro. It's not biomechanics. You can treat it, but you don't have to treat it. You don't have to fix it. It's just you're on your right side. It's a great thing. We have a home base. We don't want to over-rely on our home base. We want to be able to get to the left. Otherwise, you can't resolve tension. So remember, postural restoration is not trying to treat any area of pain. SI joint pain, shin splints, plantar fasciitis, neck spasms, generalized lower back pain. I had it all. Ring in my ears, still there. Anything else? Not there anymore. Because my lower body was never the problem. It was cranial. My rhythms had broken down because of tension, because of bad bite and a visual system that was not functioning properly. So that is what the left AIC pattern is. How someone treats the left AIC pattern, not turns it off, doesn't fix it, just treats the pattern of overactivity, of over-reliance. That is the science of postural restoration. It's not a straightforward thing, though. It's not simply just give them a left hamstring, a left inner thigh, and a left glute med. That's not what it is, because ultimately what you're treating is the brain of that individual and what that brain has learned in the past and how it's carrying out its normal processes in day-to-day living.